between the rose and the thorn.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets going up against the Athletics.
Breaking down the young and what I owe them. Trying to fit into an aura that I'm molded. Off the mold, break the cycle of who.
Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. He's able to carry that momentum over to today. We're in for a show on MLB The Show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today on the hill, Joey Estes.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brown sizing this one up. Makes the catch. Then there's one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Brandon Nimmo.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Juan Soto stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, base is empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. And that is gone. He made him pay for that one. His 7th home run of the season. It's 1-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
1 down. Here's the veteran first baseman, Pete Alonso. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 9th homer of the year, and they add on. It's 2-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
1 out, base is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Slider right there.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. No question about this one. It's out of here. A solo shot, and they add a run. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Right through there for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
One out, runner at second. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. First pitch misses. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Puts it away for the out.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And it's 4-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's Jesse Winker. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Jose.
And now it's Jose Siri. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. In the dirt.
0-1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long. But he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it ice.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. McNeil headed home. 1 run is in. Here comes Winker. Throw cut off to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And here comes Mark Kotze as he's ready to make a change and go to the bullpen. Joey Estes done for the afternoon, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Noah Murdoch.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's Frankie Lindor. Fly to left his first time. The shortstop takes the ball.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Siri at third with 2 away. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 6 and the A's nothing.
Hold up. Politicking with the masses. Pop cork, click glasses. Serve pass, flirting, grip and working. Man hurting, think she working.
Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, the big righty, Tylor Megill.
So you know
Well, you're going to see good velocity between the four-seam fastball and the cutter. Better be ready to hit. It's going to be fairly straight, but just because it's straight doesn't mean it's easy to get the barrel on it.
Now at the plate, Lawrence Butler. And that is downstairs. Ball one.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson. Strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, it can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
1-0.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Rooker matched a homer in his last game. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the first. And the A's are gone in order. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. And we're back. Here's Juan Soto.
The right fielder.
He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Back there. That'll make it out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. Well struck left field. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Relay throw to second, in safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So, man aboard, Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. First pitch, and he just misses. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Now a pop-up on the infield. Urshela under it. He's got it. 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And that one is lifted in the air. Butler makes the play. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco
Alvarez digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Nabs it, and that is that. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 7-0. You're watching Mets baseball on the show NYC. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
In the air, left field, down the line. Lays out for it, but it's a foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
7 fouls in a row. Such an impressive at bat we're seeing right here, regardless of how it ends up.
And that's downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. And a pitch. And they'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
This is J.J. Bleday. There's a strike. Bleday, 27 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. A little out for Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it. Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. You'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Zach Geloff stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Man at first, 1 away. Fastball for a strike. Geloff launched a homer in his most recent game. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. On the ground to short, could be 2. Lindor on to first. That's out number 2.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Gio Urshela.
Gio Urshela to the plate, looking for better results than last night. He went 0 for 4. In there, and it's 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Reaching down and makes the grab. The A's strand one. They continue to trail 7-0. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
McNeil.
Murdoch back to work. And that's outside.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. And they add a run. It's 8-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
And now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker, singled and scored his first time. To the right side. Takes it himself and one away in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Mets, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
At the plate, Jose Siri. First time around, he tripled home a pair. Fastball for a strike. In the air, right field. Butler makes the grab. Out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
So the batting order turns
Lindor.
over. Here's Francisco Lindor. 0 for 2 in this one. And it's fouled away. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets under it and pops it up. Urshela corrals it. And that is that. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now an 8-0 game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the left fielder, Seth Brown. There's the strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Hard hit, right side. McNeil gets it to first. Leadoff hitter gone to the 3rd.
The first baseman, Tylor Soderstrom.
And now the first baseman, Tylor Soderstrom, went deep in the ball game last night. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. That's hard hit on the line. The throw into second, and he'll pull into second safely. So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Went down on strikes his first time through. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. The throw in. And he's out.
Well, they were trying to put the pressure on him right there. Try to score from second base on that base hit. And I tell you what, really nice job by the defense. They got it in quick enough. Cut him off at the plate. Nice job.
So, man aboard. And here is Jacob Wilson. And that one a little below the knees. And it's 1-0. In the air, left field. Squeezes it. And that ends the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. He's already homered in this game. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He'll touch them all. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 9-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now it's going to be Brandon Nimmo. Swinging a foul out of play. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And this one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful.
Not
awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
So digging in, Mark Vientos, 1 for 2. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And now 2 aboard.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
So first and second with 1 man gone. Next to hit, Francisco Alvarez. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Right through there for a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Liner caught it second.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And that one in the air center field. And he makes the catch. And that is that. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now 9-0. Ready to go, bottom four. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Swing and a ball popped up. Vientos. He's there. He's got it. One away.
Now batting, catcher, Shea Langoliers.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Shea Langoliers. Thought looking his first time up. That pitch clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. The Athletics with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Hey. No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Siri in position and makes the grab. And the inning is over. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Mitch Spence.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Winker up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen, Ken Waldachuk. The young lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Winker, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today he's the DH. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field and puts the squeeze on that one. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jose.
Now,
Siri.
Jose Siri. Great speed and great power. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
The batter, the shortstop,
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
And he hits a ground ball right side to first. Lindor retired.
The batter, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
And here is Juan Soto. Slides, but it gets by him. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. So a man at first, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. That one is hammered right field. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
I think he's having some mixed emotions down there at second base, and I wouldn't blame him for being a little frustrated with the ball hopping over the wall. I mean, that at bat was good enough to produce a run, but instead the automatic double halts the lead runner at third, and just sort of a bittersweet at bat.
Now a chance for Brandon Nimmo. This to center field. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he dives in ahead of the tag. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now here is Mark Vientos. That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. Nimmo around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down. It's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Mitch Spence done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Ken Waldichuk. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a ball popped up. Soderstrom gets under it. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. They get 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and leave 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Mets lead this one 13-0. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Makes the grab, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 13.
Now here's Gio Urshela. Flying to right his first time. He swings and fouls 1 off. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And that is in for a strike. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now the left fielder, Seth Brown. Grounded out his first time.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That one fouled off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. He goes down looking. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Top 6. And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Foul ball. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-2. Action in the pen down there. Michel Otonez getting loose out there. McFarland, a left-hander, also throwing. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter.
Next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. 1 for 3.
Winker.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. McNeil on at first, nobody out. That's too low. And it's 1-1. Now a slow roller to second. Geloff whips it to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
The batter, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Jose Siri up now for the Mets. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that'll fall for a base hit. McNeil around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 14-0.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Save. See, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite, and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those players.
Nope, that's a ball.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first. Lindor retired.
Now batting, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's a big power threat. Juan Soto. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Bleday sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Mets are out on top. 14-0.
Now pitching for
Back
New
now
York.
for the bottom of the 6th. And
Number
there's a new
71.
pitcher on the mound. Sean Reed-Foley.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is.
Athletic.
Your mental
The
toughness
first
matters in
baseman.
situations like this as well.
Soderstrom.
Soderstrom, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a ball popped up. Alonso makes the catch for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball
The
right
right
there. I
fielder,
think he
number
tried to do a
4,
little bit too
Low
much.
red.
Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Lawrence Butler, the next to hit. On the inside corner for a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And a swing and a miss, and now 2 gone.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Wilson in the...
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And strike 2. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Caught him looking for the K. A's go quickly and quietly there, but this one's pretty much over. 14-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Pete Alonso.
Waldichuk back to work. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Bleday sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a double. 4th hit of the night for him.
Now batting, third baseman,
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. In the air out to center. And there's a hit. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. 15-0.
Now batting.
And at first, Francisco Alvarez now at the plate. That one the other way, and foul ball. Vientos, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That one hit to right. Butler should have this one. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. That one missed.
That's up there.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Mets out in front, 15-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Huascar Brazoban.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Brent Rooker getting ready to hit. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Shea Langoliers digs in now. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's the strike at the knees.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
Stays alive. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Now
this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Lede at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Popped in the air, left field. Nimmo pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Mets lead this one 15-0. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Jesse Winker. Into center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Jose Siri.
Stepping in, Jose Siri. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Winker aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. The throw, tag, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
The 1-0. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Mets are out on top, 15-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Stanek. He's making his second appearance of the season. And now here is Zach Geloff.
The second baseman, Zach Geloff.
Stanek, a 6'4" righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's Gio Urshela. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto really on his horse for it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Seth.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Seth Brown. Inside, ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso. And a foul ball. That's a hit. And now 2 aboard.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the A's bullpen. Ken Waldichuk is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Michel Otañez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
I mean, come on, have a game. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Digging in, Mark Vientos. This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add to their lead. It's 19-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Well, a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple, so stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Just missed.
Off the plate.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the dugout. That's ripped. Base hit. Wow.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
McNeil.
Man at first, nobody out. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Swing at a high fly ball left field. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker will hit next. That's a strike. Alvarez leads off first with one away. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No ball,
Just
2
not
strikes.
able to catch up to that velocity.
To third, Urshela. Off balance speed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Big time blast for the Mets. A grand slam. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
We're back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Edwin
29.
Diaz. He pitched
Edwin
yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now the first baseman, Tylor Soderstrom.
The first baseman, Tylor Soderstrom.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. McNeil. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out.
The right fielder, number 4, Lawrence Butler.
And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there,
The batter,
not just
number
because of the
5,
velocity, but
shortstop,
also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Hit to the left side, and this is going to do it. On to first, ball game. And the Mets add another to their winning streak.
Well, there was no letdown after they got to 10 wins. Came out today, pushed it to 11. The opposition looks disgusted from the other side of the field. They respect the talent that's over there, but they also think that this is a lucky team. Well, that's the thing about baseball. You've got to be good and you've got to be lucky. Right now, they're clicking on all cylinders, and they're just going to ride it as long as it'll last.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Shine so bright, she's calling me. Shine so bright, she's